Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another show today here on the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings. Thank you all so very much for tuning in to another episode today. We are super excited to be coming at you today. Well, I am. We're going to have a fun solo episode coming up today. We're going to talk all things equipment, what we run. This has actually been a topic that I've had requested. We've had a few people reach out and ask what type of equipment do we run, and just wanted to do a show on it and talk about it so everybody out there would know what we did. And this is not, everybody runs their own different brands and different setups, but we're just going to kind of go through today, talk about what Growing Green Landscapes runs and how I started and what equipment I started with and what kind of trade-offs I made and how we've grown into what the fleet that we have today. And I say fleet like we have a big setup. We don't. We just have a couple mowers and a lot of different handheld pieces of equipment and all that stuff. But we'll save that for later into the podcast. But I do want to start off the show today by saying thank you to the show sponsors that we have today. This is actually our first sponsor, and it's none other than the Launchpreneur Academy. We got Brian Fullerton, who has an awesome program there for people that are trying to start out and maybe grow your business. Maybe you started a couple years ago and you're looking for forms or just any type of training videos, anything like that. Launchpreneur Academy is a perfect resource for that. You can go check that out. We'll put the link down in the show notes today. And I've personally used that in my business. And as we kind of in some future episodes, we're going to talk personally about some stuff that I've gotten from Entrepreneur Academy and has helped me grow my business and made me more money and helped our revenue. And also, we're going to get some other testimonials on here, people that like to talk about the stuff that Brian has done, because I know Entrepreneur Academy has affected a lot of different people, and it's a great resource out there. So thank you again to today's show sponsor, Entrepreneur Academy, for teaming up with us today and helping us bring this show out to you guys and just kind of help cover all the costs that is involved in creating these content regularly. And I'm excited to see where the podcast is going. It's growing, it's healthy, and I'm just having a blast while we're doing it. So let's go ahead and hop right into today's episode. Little backstory, I'm recording this. We just got back from a vacation, so it was a fun time. We went to Disney World. If you follow along on Instagram, you might have seen some of the stuff we were posting down there. Posting some different landscape stuff that they have around the parks. It's insane how immaculate that they have that place. They really have a top-notch landscape crew there and keep it 100 year-round, all times. All the bushes are trimmed perfect, no clippings laying down on the ground. It's just a really cool thing. Disney is an empire, man. The place is so big. They have their own road system. Their own road crews. The landscape crew there, I can't even imagine. I would love to go tour that place and see who's in charge of the landscaping, because whoever is, props to them. They have created a good team, a good process, and just a beautiful, beautiful area down there. So we took about a week, and me and my wife went down with some family friends, and we hung out down there for the week. Went to all the different parks and just had a good time. Kind of a celebratory end-of-season vacation. I always like to do that at the end of the year. Last year we went to Hawaii, kind of a delayed honeymoon. It was actually the same time a year ago right now as I'm recording this podcast. We were sitting in Hawaii looking at the beautiful beaches out there. So a little sad we're not there, but we had a good trip down to South Florida, and I'm excited to continue that over the years and maybe get bigger and better trips every time. But it's just nice to get away, and after you work your butt off all summer, we're going into leaf cleanups really hard. So we just took a little break, took 6-7 days here, and took a break and took a nice vacation and just enjoyed ourselves and relaxed. So, well, I say relaxed. Disney World is not a very relaxing trip. If anybody out there who has kids, if you've ever gone, it's not a relaxing trip. It's a fun trip, but it's definitely not relaxing. It's not sitting on the beaches in Malibu or Hawaii or wherever your favorite beaches are. Some of mine are right here in Alabama, down on the Gulf Coast. We have beautiful beaches down here, but that's a huge side tangent. Just wanted to kind of update you on where we were and what we're doing live when we're recording this. Hitting leaf cleanups, got back into the swing of things today. and got out and got some leaf cleanups done. And it's just, we're about to transition into Christmas lights here in the next couple weeks. Going to start measuring, estimating for those, get material in. I'm going to keep y'all updated on how that goes because, as I've said before, that is a new service that we're going to start offering this year, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't know. I've had different guests on here talk about it. We had Roy with Patriot Lawn Specialist talk about it a little bit. Trey Lambert talked about it. He a lot more in depth. We dedicated a whole episode to that. So if you missed that episode, go back and check it out with Trey. I think it was 1 or 2 episodes ago now. Talking about all things Christmas lights. He's really got it figured out and got a really big Christmas light business there in I don't remember where he is. Oklahoma, maybe. I don't know. Ohio. I don't remember. Trey, where are you? If you can reach out to Trey. All his stuff is in the show notes for that episode. So if you have any questions, go reach out to him. He's got a really successful Christmas light business and just an overall landscaping business as well. He does all kinds of things, growing his team. Really cool to meet him at GIE. But anyway, that's kind of wrap up the catch up and the backstory and kind of just the announcements, get all that out of the way, and we're gonna hop right into today's episode and what the meat of it is gonna be. So, what we're gonna talk about is equipment. Like I said in the beginning, we've had multiple different people reach out to me and ask, "What kind of equipment are you using?" And we've talked about it in private, there back and forth in messages, and then they were like, "Why don't you just do a podcast episode on it?" So everybody can know, and you can give some advice to everybody out there on what you use and some things that help you in your business, and that you can give advice to somebody else. So I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I have jotted down a few notes here. Just going to talk really roughly about. It's not going to be a long episode, but just how what equipment we started with and how we've grown to what we have today. So we started, as you know, you can go back and listen to the first episode and hear our backstory and how the whole Growing Green Landscape got started. But I started renting an old pickup truck from the guy that I bought the business from, old flatbed, and I bought a 6x12 utility trailer. I bought that, and it was all rusted out. Well, I didn't think it was rusted out. I got scammed. He's painted it over and made it look real pretty, and then 6 months later, I found out it was all rusted out. So, word of advice, if you're ever buying a trailer from anybody, always scrape a little bit of paint off and make sure it's not rusted. Get up under there and look at the axle really well and make sure everything's intact. That was a rookie mistake on my end, but it's all right. You live and you learn from those lessons. So that's what I started with trailer-wise. Mower-wise, I went out and bought a John Deere Z930M 60-inch deck. Got that right off the bat, and I just got rid of that. I got that 2.5 years ago, or maybe it was 3 years ago. It was about 2.5 years ago. I got that, and I just got rid of that literally last month and upgraded to a new piece of equipment. So that thing has really treated me well, and we run zero turns here. I just got into the stand-on world. We'll kind of talk about that here in a minute, but we've ran zero turns the whole time. I got that first zero turn, ran it for a year, and then I bought a second one. I got a 54-inch John Deere Z920M, I think. It was either 15 or 20M. A little smaller mower, but it still packed a punch. It was a 54-inch deck, and it did a good job. But we traded both of those in not too long ago and got some new equipment that we'll talk about. But mower-wise, that was what we had. We had 20. We started with I went through some push mowers. I got an old crappy Honda that I don't even remember where I got it from. Old Honda, and not to say Hondas are crappy, but it messed up on me. And so that one, and then I literally got a Toro. I think it was a 21-inch Toro recycler. I got it from an antique mall. It was new in the packaging, and I was in a bind one day. I don't remember. I think the Honda broke, and I needed one. And this was back. Caleb Altman. I love referencing some of the stuff that he says. Kind of like he says, kid contractor days. I mean, that wasn't that long ago for me, and I'm still a kid contractor. I haven't been doing it long enough to say I'm not, but that was the beginning of the kid contractor days. And I literally went and bought I think it was like $250, maybe $300 for it was a new 21-inch, just a residential Toro recycler. That thing did great. It's still running. I actually left that at my parents' house when I moved out and used that for a little bit. And then we upgraded to a 21-inch commercial Exmark. And if you're doing push mowing, that is one thing I will tell you right now at the kind of the beginning of this thing if you're doing a lot of push mowing, you need to upgrade to a commercial push mower as fast as possible. That is the biggest thing. Makes such a difference when it comes to bagging, especially if you have to bag anything. Now if you're going to push mow, you have to be very careful, and you have to charge the right rates. That's what I'm learning. I have not been charging the right rates for the past 2 years when it comes to push mowing, but this year we got all that lined out and straightened up, and it was just really helped me in my business. I kept everybody that I was push mowing, and now I'm making more money and the money that I need to be making on them. So did that, and that kind of got me through the first 2 years. That was the setup. I was running, I think, 1 or 2 still weed eaters, some 90 and a 90R and a 94R. Then one of those bit the dust, and I picked up another one. But we'll just kind of hop right into what we have today. So today what we're sitting at is, this has been a 3-year period. We bought I did go out and buy a 2013 Silverado 1500. I think it had, 175,000 miles or something when I bought it. Just hit 200 not that long ago. But I drove that for a year, and then it was time to upgrade that. That was having some problems, and it's still running, but I need something bigger to pull the amount of equipment that I was pulling, the weight. So this past April, we made a lot of equipment purchases. We made a lot of equipment purchases this year. That's a tongue twister right there. But we got in April. I went out and bought a 2017 Chevy 2500 HD. It's a Duramax 6.6 liter. It was my first diesel I've ever had, and I love it, man. I don't know that I'll ever go back to a gas burner. It's just the power that it has. I mean, I'm pulling a 18-foot dual axle trailer with 2 zero turns and all the gas and racks and equipment and handheld equipment, all that stuff, and it doesn't even feel it back there. I mean, you can run 85 on the interstate, and it doesn't even go past 2 RPMs. I mean, that thing it's a hoss. So I got that, and we'll kind of circle back to that in a minute and talk about why I went with that. There is some reasoning behind it. Some people are like, why do you need a 2500 to just pull a lawnmower? And you don't need that. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. So what I have is that. Went and got that in April. And then last year I bought this 18-foot trailer. That's what I'm running. Currently it's an open trailer. It's just angle iron. It's got a 5-foot gate, 4-foot gate, however long those are. But I went with 18-foot. I would recommend anybody out there who's getting into it, go ahead and make if you're really trying to get in, maybe you're going to have like 32-inch mowers, then yeah, you could get away with a 6x14 or a 7x14. But me personally, I would never go less than an 18 at this point. A 16 is just not enough for me, and I would really like a 20, honestly, because I keep a toolbox. On these open trailers, I keep a toolbox at the front of my trailer with all my gas cans, just extra string, extra buttons for the weed eaters, like all the extra stuff, pliers, extra set of blades in there, the push mower bagger, all the stuff that you can't just put in the truck toolbox because I have other stuff in there. I keep on the trailer, so I use every bit of that 18 feet when it's loaded down completely. I would really like a 20 foot. So if you're out there, go ahead and spend the extra money, in my opinion. And if you're going to be running 60-inch mowers, 54-inch mowers, anything like that, I would definitely get an 18-footer and maybe even a 20. It just depends. When you get to 20 feet, it's going to be hard pulling in and out of restaurants, in and out of neighborhoods and stuff. So it all depends on your area and what kind of residential or commercial, whatever you're going to be servicing, where you're pulling in and out of. But for me, in my business, I would never go less than an 18 again, unless it was like a I don't even know what case I would go less. Maybe a dump trailer or something, I would go less than 18, obviously. But a mowing rig, I would not go less than an 18. So that's where we're at, 18 foot. I think we're 7.5 or 8 foot wide. Plenty of room, and I actually got a side gate on it that folds down. So up in the front right corner, there's an extra gate that folds down. That thing has actually come in handy quite a few times. When I've had mulch on the back, I can stick the mower in the front, and I can pull it off that way, so I can still have the mower on and put the mulch in the back, so the trailer is way down the right way. And it really helps being able to get that mower off there and not having to put all the mulch at the very front of the trailer and then wheelbarrow it all the way back off the back of the 18-foot trailer. So that has paid dividends. It was a little extra, a couple $100 extra to add that on there, but it has paid off, and it's just nice to have when you need it, that type of thing. So I have that as well. That's my trailer. We have all the racks, all the green touch racks, the 4-trimmer rack for the weed eaters. We have a blower rack. I need to pick up another one of those, actually. And we have a weed eater string rack. That's a huge thing. Get that on your trailer as fast as you can. Don't be pulling that thing in and out of the toolbox. that time is money in our business, and that saves time. Just being able to, I can refill a weed eater head with string in less than 45 seconds. From the time that I cut it to the time I spool it, it could be less than 45 seconds if I was really pushing it. So don't get, as soon as you can get one of those $20 spool holders off of Amazon or something, or off of Ballard.com, go get that, because it just saves you so much time having to put it in and out of the toolbox wherever you put it. Go get one of those as soon as you can. So that's our trailer and truck. And mowers and handheld equipment. So mowers, we just upgraded to a 2021 Z930M John Deere 60-inch. So it's the same deck. It's got the twills on it, and I love the thing. The first mower I had a mulch on demand deck from John Deere. That's their own system. If any of you out there run John Deere, that's good night. That's the worst system ever. That mulch on demand system is absolutely terrible. I would never buy that ever again. I love John Deere. They make great mowers, but I would tell whoever designed that, I'll tell them to their face, that's a terrible design, because when it comes to it's pretty sitting on the showroom floor, but when you get out there and start using it and you start running over stuff, you might hit a stray rock, or stuff gets under there and it messes with those baffles. So what it is, it's a mulch on demand system where it's got baffles under the deck and it's got a handle on the right side. Well, when you close that flap, push the handle forward, it moves all those baffles around under the deck, and it makes it into a mulching deck. It's not like putting an advanced chute on your mower where it just stops the discharge. Theoretically turns it into a legit mulching deck. Well, like I said, theoretically. In design, it's a good design, but in real life, it's not that good. I do not enjoy it, and I would not recommend it to anybody out there who's going to be mowing any thick grass, anything where you might run over some things. Don't do it. So, because it's welded to the deck, like there's no way to take it off the deck. You can take the side discharge, the flap off, and I did that towards the end of when I had that mower. I took that off because it broke, wouldn't go up and down the right way. Just way too many moving parts. There's no place to grease it to keep it flowing, to keep it operating the right way. So I wish they would come up with a better design than that, but that was what I had. It worked well at the beginning, just kind of at the end it got worn out. I used it. I had over 1,100 hours by the time I got rid of it. That's a lot of stuff that got hit. Those baffles got messed up. So not a big fan of that. So this one, I didn't get the mulch on demand on this one. I just got an advanced chute. I got two advanced chutes actually from Ballard, and slapped that on the Z930M 60-inch. And then we also picked up a 652R, the EFI Quick Track. That's John Deere's version of the stand-on, and I love it so far. It was my first stand-on mower. I haven't gotten one of those. I had not been in that world yet, and I was scared. My biggest concern with getting a stand-on was going to be, how does the deck handle? We have a lot of uneven property here. We're not all flat subdivision lawns, so I was like, how is this going to handle going over humps and hills and sticks? And it has blown my mind how well it does at not scalping. I could count on one hand the times that I've scalped something since I've had it, and I've had it about a month and a half, 2 months. We did some real cutting at the end of the year with it. And unless you just hit something the exact right way, it does not scalp. It does an amazing job at floating the right way and really adjusting and adapting to whatever ground you're mowing over. So, big fan of that. I love it so far. It's not quite as fast as a sit down for sure, but it needs a little bigger motor on it. I wish it did have maybe a 30 or a 32 horse on it. I think it's got a 25 right now, maybe a 22. I don't remember. But it's the Kohler EFI. I like the EFI. It's been super nice being able to just turn that on and it's ready to go. It's not a carbureted engine. It doesn't warm up or anything like that. You fire it up and you're ready to go. So that's been super nice. Not having to choke it or anything. You just turn the key and it's on. So I love it so far. We'll see how it goes in the future. That is my first EFI, so I don't know anything about fixing any of that stuff. So if it breaks, who knows what's going to happen? But I think it's going to last. It was I don't know. I think it's going to last. I think it's going to last a long time, and I'm excited to use it. So that's our mowers right now. We got standard tires on the Quick Track because of stupid COVID. The supply chain couldn't get any twills for that. So I'm probably going to order those later on. Probably going into the spring to get a set of those because I'm a big fan of twills, guys. If you don't have those, if you're looking for new mowers, I would definitely say 1,000% back spending the extra $800 to $1,000 to get a set of twills on your machine. And everybody calls them different. I think. I don't remember what the X-Mark calls them. I don't remember the radius tires. I don't know. I don't know what they call them. But Twills is what the John Deere version is called. They're all the same, but they do really good. The Tractus, I think they're the Tractus tires for Exmark. I don't know. Go get them though. Especially if you're mowing commercial stuff, going up and down over curbs, going over anything like that, in and out of driveways, up and down like through the drainage ditch. It forms. It's such a smooth ride, guys. It is such a smooth ride because it forms to whatever it's riding over. It's a great design. I can't wait till they get them on cars. But I don't know. I'm excited to see where the technology goes in that, because if it does get on cars, that's gonna be a crazy thing to see if tires literally, like, tire shops go out of business. I wonder how long it's gonna take to do that, but who knows where it's gonna go. I'm just happy they have them on lawnmowers now. So go get those if you can. If you're looking at getting a new mower and you can order them on there, in my opinion, I would definitely add the extra $800 to $1,000 because you never have to worry about air pressure in the winter. They're always the same. They're even. They don't go flat. You can run over whatever you want to run over, nails, screws, whatever it is, glass. It's not going to affect them. It's all going to run the same. So get those if you can. That was a great add-on. And I did get the air ride seat on my 930M because, that's not standard by any means, but for me, if I'm going to be sitting on the mower, 6 to 8 hours a day, I'm going to have something comfortable to sit on. So that's an extra couple $100 to add that air ride seat, but I'd fully suggest that for your back. It really helps out having that. We had the 54-inch that we had. It did not have a standard seat, and I hated riding on that thing compared to riding on that air ride seat. So that's where we're at on the mowers. That's kind of the full breakdown of what they are. The 60 inches of Kawasaki, the 52 stand-on is a Kohler, the EFI. But that's the mowers. Our handheld equipment, so this is kind of, I don't know, I'm not tied to a brand, but we run all Stihl, essentially. We have one piece of Echo equipment. Everything else is Stihl. I have a Echo, I think it's the PAS 2620. It's the attachment, though. It's not the weed eater. It's the one with you can take the ends off and make it different things. So I have a pole saw attachment, and then I have a hedge trimmer attachment. And that's what I use for my hedge trimmers all the time. I have a small set of battery-powered hedge trimmers. Those are the ones that my fingers came a victim to earlier this year. But the Echo extended trimmers is what I use all the time. If you don't have a set of extended trimmers, you definitely need to get those. I genuinely don't know how you can run a business without it. At least in our area, we have bushes that are tall that I would never, ever, ever dream of reaching with standard set of hedge trimmers. So that's the piece of equipment that we have, the Echo. And I will say, I say I'm a Stihl guy. I've had problems with my Stihl stuff in the past. Sometimes they don't idle. You're going to have problems with everything. When I say this Echo, I've had one problem with it, and I think it was literally just had to change the carburetor. I think I've had this thing going on 3 to 3.5 years, and I abused it, guys. I put it through it. Every bush I trim is trimmed with this hedge trimmer. I don't ever even use the battery-powered ones, and those things I just got those this summer. So for the last 3 years, every bush I've trimmed has been trimmed with these trimmers. And guys, I'm telling you, I beat the crap out of these things. I put them through the ringer. And it starts up, second pull every time. Second pull, it starts up, runs, it'll still idle. I haven't adjusted anything on it. It'll sit there and idle and run all day long. So kudos to Echo for that. Shout out to them. I haven't jumped on the weed eater train because we have a lot of thick stuff down here where we're cutting. And I have ran Echo in the past, not in my business, but I've ran Echo weed eaters. And to me, they just don't offer quite the power that the Stihl does. At least back when I was using them back then, they didn't. They could change now, and I just haven't jumped on that train yet. So if they have, let me know. Shoot me a message on DM. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, and let me know if you're running Echo and kind of what your experience is with them. Because I'm not tied to Stihl. I want to try an Echo. I might do that later on, going into the spring or something. But those Echo hedge trimmers have been it's been awesome. It has been absolutely awesome, and I got the pole trimmer attachment to cut high limbs and stuff. So that's the only piece of Echo equipment that I have. On the other hand, all my other Stihl stuff I have is also good. It's great. I love Stihl. They make good products. So I have 2 BR800Cs, the backpack blowers. The Cs have the side start on them, and I love the side start. Everybody's indifferent about the side start. Some people are like, well, doesn't it break? Isn't it more chance of error? Theoretically, I guess there is more chance for it to mess up because it's kind of a recoil system. It's not quite the traditional. You just pull it and it'll go back. You have to play with it a little bit. There's almost like a rhythm to getting those things started. You have to pull it out and then let it get some slack, and it'll gain tension when you let it back in, and then you give it one good pull and it starts up. So there is a rhythm to start them. If you don't do it the right way, if you have an employee that's just out there yanking on it, yes, it will definitely break, and it won't last the same that a traditional backpack blower with just the traditional pull on the back would. But I love it because just being able to turn it off and talk to a customer if they come out, or if my phone rings, I can just shut it down and answer the phone. Don't have to take the backpack blower off. Those things, man, they're good. I mean, they're not too heavy, but with the power they're packing in those things, there's some weight on them. I mean, I don't even know how much they are, honestly. 20, 30 pounds, I don't know, but they're pretty heavy. And so I don't want to be putting that on and off any more than I have to. So being able to just turn it off, answer the phone, talk to a customer, hang up, and then pull it from the side right there, worth every extra penny. You do pay a little bit extra. I think they run, I don't know, $700, $750, $800, something like that. They are expensive, but it's worth it to me. It is definitely worth it to me. It's got the waist strap that you can tie around there to kind of help your back, because it's a powerful machine. It'll take off if you're not used to it. I don't really use the waist strap, but it's there for maybe a smaller person that's using it. They would definitely need it, and it could benefit them. So that's what I run blower wise. I had an old Shindawa back when I started, but it's too small. I actually sold that to one of my family friends the other day. It's still running good though. The same thing as Echo. Ran that thing all the time for a couple years. That was the only blower I had, and it did great. Did absolutely awesome. So good equipment that they definitely make. But so that's the blowers. The trimmers that we have, oh man, I don't even know. Like I said, I have 190R, the bit that does. That thing's probably 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old. I used that before I even bought the company. I was using that weed eater. So we have that one, and I'm holding on to it because I'm going to try to get it going one day. It's one of the old, if you're a still guy and you've been running it for more than, 4 years, the old 90Rs, that's where they're at, man. The new 90Rs, I don't like them. They made them way too heavy. They have really good power, don't get me wrong, but they're too heavy. The old ones are they're just the OGs of trimmers. So anytime I find those on Marketplace, I try to chase them down because I love those things. They were a really well-designed machine. It was compact. It wasn't too heavy. And I just love the way they run. So we had that one. And then we have one combo unit. It's a 90R, or it's the 90 KM or whatever the symbols are for that. We have the stick edger attachment for that, and then the weed eater attachment. Mainly use it for a weed eater. And then we have two 94Rs. Those are I think they're the equivalent of the 2620 for the Echo. That's what that's what Ben Naiman was telling me at GIE. I think they're about the same equivalent there, and they're super light, but they pack the power in there. When you're just going through subdivision yards, guys, man, you cannot beat those 94Rs. They are so light, so compact. It's just insane how much they help you, not having to carry a big heavy 90 or a 100 or anything like that around. So love the 94Rs. We have two of those, and then we just got a new 90R, a couple months ago. That thing is running awesome as well. So we have quite a few trimmers. Nothing too crazy, but it's enough for everybody to have one, and then we have a backup. So we have plenty of trimmers to go around. Then we have this year we actually invested in a 30-inch push mower. We went to Exmark, the Kohler engine on that, and loved it. I've never ran Kohler before that. The engine's been great, and it's performed well. Starts first pull every time, all year round, even sitting out in the weather. It's done really good, and we do quite a bit of push mowing here. We have some small gated backyards, so having that 30-inch, man, it makes all the difference. It bags so much better. It cuts through a lot thicker stuff. Bermuda down here, when it's grown 2 weeks, it gets thick, and that 30-inch cuts through it like it's no problem. So love that thing. It's an investment. It's a couple grand. I think it's $2,200 new. Who knows what's going to be next year? Probably $2,400-$2,500 with the way things are going up. But that's a great machine. I love it. I have not ran a Toro push mower besides that little recycler. I haven't ran one of their commercial ones. I think they're equivalent. They're about the same. But we love the Exmark. That's the only piece of Exmark stuff that I have. I've never gone to the Exmark commercial mowers like the sit downs or stand downs or anything like that. I am excited to see the new Vertex though. That looks like a really cool machine. Saw that at GIE. And I don't know, it's just a really cool machine. So that's our current setup. We do have the little MS-170 chainsaw. That thing's a hoss. Go get one of those if you're ever trying to trim anything small like that, cut small trees. You can do that. But man, I've cut stuff way bigger than is recommended, and as long as you got a fresh chain on it, that thing will cut through anything like hot butter. That thing will do some work. So I love that little piece of equipment as well. And I think that wraps it up. I mean, we have others. We have a hand auger, a power auger. We have battery powered backpack sprayer, steel pump sprayer, all the stuff that goes along with it. But that's our big main power equipment that we use on a daily basis, and I love all of it. I really wouldn't change any of it. If I could, I wouldn't. I love everything that I have. I'm always looking to add on, try to add at least 1 or 2 pieces of handheld equipment every year, just to kind of stay up with things as the years go on. Stuff's going to start breaking, and I want to just have those extras and backups. And if we continue to grow, I have that stuff on hand. So I don't know, we'll spend $300-400 on a trimmer every 6, 8, 10 months, something like that. Maybe get 1 or 2 a year, and just try to stay ahead of things. So when they do break, you have backup, and you're not out of commission while you're waiting on to get them fixed. Because I can tune a carburetor, and that's about it. I change a spark plug and a fuel filter. I don't know too much about working on the small engine. So if one goes down, I'm kind of in a mess. So I always try to keep extra of everything that I have. So that's a big thing when it comes to keeping the extra stuff. So a little bit of future here as we wrap this up. As I said, it's not going to be a long episode, but future, where we want to go with our equipment, at least in the short term. Next year, I would like to buy a third mower because, like I said, I want extras. When one of our mowers go down and we go from 2 mowers to 1 mower, our productivity just decreases so much because we have big properties down here, acreage, where if you don't have those 2 mowers, it's going to double or more your time when you don't have those 2 mowers to mow. So I want to definitely pick up, even if it's a used piece of equipment this year, just a used mower with, I don't know, 400 or 500 hours on it, just something that I can stick in the garage and use it and keep it running. But it's just there as a backup. If I can pay a couple grand for old zero turn X, who knows? I might try an X mark or something, and just try to get into that and use it as a spare, because I just always like to have something when one goes down, I have a backup. But the reason I will say that I bought the John Deere, that I keep the new machines, is because the warranty. The warranty is worth so much to me that if something breaks, and it's already happened. These are actually new mowers, but there was a glitch in one of the systems. The voltage regulator messed up on one; it burned up. So I actually 2 weeks ago I had to take it to the dealer, and it would have been a couple $100 to get that thing fixed. They had to drop the whole motor, change all things. I don't even know what they had to do to it, but it was a 2-3 day process, I think, and it would have cost me hundreds of dollars. With that warranty, dropped it off, picked it up, didn't pay a dime. And so it's just a huge thing. And when COVID's not a thing, and when they have plenty of product and supply, the John Deere has a loaner program where when you're a commercial operator, if they cannot fix my machine within 24 hours, they loan me a machine, and it's supposed to be of equivalent value. If it's a 60-inch deck, they try to give you a 60-inch deck, but if not, they give you what they have, which is still better than nothing. But right now, supply is so hard; they're so low on machines that they can't even give that out. So that kind of messed me up. That's why I say I want that third mower to be able to have as a backup when the second one does go down. But I pay extra for the new. I don't buy a lot of used stuff. I pay extra for the new, but the warranty is worth every penny to me to have it when stuff goes down, especially when you get up to that 800-900 hour mark. Stuff's going to start breaking, and when it's still in warranty, you can just take it and drop it off, and they fix it. It's a beautiful thing, because with Deere, everything except belts and blades is under warranty on that machine for the most part. Unless it's a user error, everything is pretty much under warranty. So they do a great job, great customer service with them, and I back Deere 100%. There's a few things that I wish they would change about the mowers, but we'll get into that another time. I 100% support them and their machines. So that's why I buy new as opposed to used, because the warranty is worth so much money to me. So anyway, future, that's what I want. I want to pick up another mower next year. And I said we'd circle around to why I picked up a 2500 diesel truck. So I got the truck right before used trucks jacked up in prices, so I got it at a good price. It wasn't too much. It wasn't more than what I was willing to spend or what I was wanting to spend. I got it at a good price, and I got it for the future use of, one, I used it as a personal truck. I used it to go and estimate, and it's a professional. I got the LTZ package. Could I have gone less? Yes, I could have. I could have gotten a basic work truck, but if I was going to spend the money, I was going to get the nice one. If I ever pick up clients or take clients out to lunch or potential clients, I have a nice, presentable vehicle to drive around in because my wife works. She doesn't sit at home all day, so she takes her car. She has a nice car, but she takes it to work. I don't have access to it all the time, so I wanted a nice vehicle to be able to take out. And I understand everybody's going to have something different, have a different opinion on it. Could I have bought a lesser truck, a truck that wasn't as nice? Yes. And I don't know. Maybe it was a dumb decision to get it. I don't know. You can let me know your feedback. But I've thought about selling it, honestly, because I can make some money on it right now with the price of used trucks. Maybe I'll sell it to Brian Fullerton. But no, he's not a GM guy. He only buys Fords. So that's out the window. But I've thought about selling it because I know I could make money on it. And I've driven it 17,000 miles since I've had it. So anyway, the reason I invested in this truck was because I want to get a dump trailer next year, and I want to start hauling stuff. We are looking to grow the landscape side of the business as far as installs go, bigger projects, carrying heavier equipment, more mulch, stone maybe, who knows what, plants, whatever we get into, debris hauling, tear outs and stuff. I want to get a dump trailer, and even aside from all that, I want to get a dump trailer to be able to haul for other people who aren't customers, who aren't regular customers, somebody who's just wanting some stone delivered and they're going to do the work. I want to have a dump trailer for that purpose, to be able to help them, because that's easy money that I can just make by literally hauling and dumping, pull it up in the driveway and dump it out. And I have heard people say that the problem with that is it's not like a dump truck. You kind of have to pull up so the pile is larger, and that's a case in some things, but most cases, if you're dumping stone or mulch or something, you can kind of drop it because they're going to be spreading it, and so hopefully, surely you can find a place where it's not in their way. If you have to make the pile a little longer, you can do it. But that's the reason I went ahead and got the bigger truck, because I want to be hauling bigger stuff next year. And I want to have like a camper in a couple years. I want to be able to travel. We want to travel. And so I want to be able to pull a camper, a fifth wheel if I need to. So that's why I went with the diesel, the 2500, and I love it so far. Like I said, even with the mowing trailer, I had a small 4.8 in the 1500 that I have, and it was just struggling to pull. I mean, it was trailers a couple thousand pounds, mowers a couple thousand pounds, probably hauling 8,000 to 9,000 pounds around on a daily basis, and that 4.8 was just dying. So with this big diesel, it's been great. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know anything about them. So if it breaks, I got to take it to a good mechanic. But I love it, and I really don't know that I'll be able to go gas again, because it's just the power, and I just love having it. Love the way it sounds. Sounds good. I might tune it and delete it here in the next year or two if I don't end up selling it, to get rid of the stupid emission system. Get the diesel exhaust fluid. That'll kill you. It's really not that bad, but it's $15-$20 a gallon every, I think, 800 miles or something like that. So it's not too bad, but it's just stupid government trying to override everything. They're trying to rule your lives with the emissions. It doesn't matter. I don't know. We're not all going to die because of the diesel emissions that are coming out. But anyway, we're not going to get into all that. But that's why I got the bigger truck, made the investment, and it was an investment. It was definitely an investment. That truck, it was a hefty price tag. It was the most money that I've ever spent on anything next to my house. But I fully believe that it's going to pay off for me in the long run. And I might end up selling it. I don't know. I'm kind of toying back and forth. I know I can make money on it if I go get the number that I really want. If I can get that for it, I probably will sell it this winter. And kind of, I'm looking at getting a landscape truck with either a box on it or just a landscape bed. I don't know. I'm still figuring everything out. If you run landscape box trucks or landscape beds, let me know how you like them. I've seen them, the Isuzus. Do they run well? The cab, I know the cab is kind of limited unless you get a quad cab, and those things, when you get into those, you're looking at 30 or 40 grand. And my thing is, the reason that I like this one, because I can use it as a normal everyday driver outside of the company. With a landscape truck, I mean, like I said, I coach basketball. I travel all over the state coaching basketball, so I can't be pulling a landscape truck up to a basketball game 150 miles away because we travel literally all over the state. So It just depends on, I don't know. I got this truck because I can use it in both my personal life and my business, and it can make me money. So let me know about the landscape truck stuff. If anybody's out there that runs them and is listening, whether you like them or not, because I think it would be nice to have that bed, fold down sides and all that. But I don't know. That's the way of the future. That's where we want to go. Dump trailer next year, possible landscape truck, definitely an extra mower. Keep adding on handheld equipment one piece at a time. I'm not going into debt for that type of stuff, but every 8 to 10 months we're going to try to add something on just to keep growing the fleet. So if we do want to split into 2 crews one day, then we have the stuff to at least split into 2, and then we'll kind of grow from there on out. But that's where we're at. I will be an open book with you. The mowers, John Deere runs a 0% interest financing, so it's literally free money. It costs me nothing. So I do finance them. I do finance them through John Deere Financial. It doesn't go on your credit report because it's not through a Sheffield or anything like that. It's in-house through John Deere. So I do use them, and I enjoy it. They've been well to me. They've treated me well. Like I said, it's free money, 0 interest. It costs me nothing to spread that payment over 5 years. So why would I go drop $12,000 on a mower when I can pay $300 a month for 4 years and not pay any interest on it? Now, if I was paying interest, it's a different story. Paying interest on the truck, that's a different story. But I want to get that thing paid off as fast as I can. But with these mowers, and I do want to pay them off in a year or two, but it's like I said, 0% interest. It's to me, it's a no-brainer. Everybody has a different opinion. You don't have to live by it, and we're not going to fight over it. Everybody has their own opinion. You can run your own business your own way. But for me, I do finance the mowers because why would I? Just like I said, why would I spend $12,000 when it's no harm to me to run the 0% and pay $300 a month? That's where I stand and where I'm at. And I don't know, maybe in 5 years I'll have a different take on it and I'll mature and. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in doing that, but for me in my business where I'm at right now, the stage of life that I'm in, that's what we do. But that's the only debt we have. The only debt we have is the truck and the mowers. So everything else is paid for. Nothing else. We're not in debt to anything else. So I do want to get the truck paid off as fast as I can. And but it's one of those things. It was a bottleneck. That 1500 cannot pull the things that I needed to pull when I want to start carrying equipment and dingos and a bigger trailer, that type of stuff. That 1500 just can't do it. So I had to go ahead and jump up to that 2500. It costs something, but in the long run, it's going to end up making me money. So that's why we did it. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, it's not too long. We did end up going, we ended up about 45 minutes. It's been fun talking about equipment. I love it. I do want to maybe, as we wrap this up, we'll hit on battery powered real quick from the GIE. I might get some battery powered stuff here in the future. I'm honestly not a fan of handheld battery powered equipment yet. I'm just not. The battery-powered head trimmers I have are just not up to par with gas-powered. But battery-powered mowers, they entice me. They intrigue me a little bit. I don't know what. I don't know. I would love to demo one and see how they do runtime-wise, how fast they charge, and it would be really nice. You would save a lot of money on gas, and maybe we'll do a battery-powered episode one day, but maybe get a guest on from one of these companies. We're in the works for doing that right now, actually, but... Anyway, we might get jump battery power, but for now we're staying all gas. Alabama's not turning into California anytime soon, so old Miss K is going to keep us under control here. Miss K Ivy down here. If you're from Alabama or the surrounding states, she looks like she's about 100, but she's been pretty decent so far. She's been a pretty good governor, pushing back on the vaccine mandates and all that stuff. So applaud her for that. It's nothing like the free state of Florida and Ron DeSantis, but we're close. We're close second, third, fourth, something like that. But anyway, we're not going to get into politics on this show. It's funny seeing how everything plays into even our everyday businesses when it comes to fuel prices and battery-powered stuff, emissions, all that stuff. It's all a big circle of the economy. I don't know. It's crazy how everything's working. What times we're in. Crazy times. Don't know what the future's going to hold. But I'm just trying to stay one step ahead and stay prepared for the future. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode talking equipment. Have any questions? Reach out to me on Instagram at Growing Green Landscapes. Let me know. Shoot me a DM. I'd love to hook up and talk with you. You can reach me. My email will be in the episode notes as well. We can chat over the email. If you have a sponsorship or something that you're looking to get a product out, let me know. We are currently accepting sponsors, okay? Like I said, Launchpreneur Academy, huge thanks to Brian and the folks involved with Launchpreneur Academy with teaming up with the show today and just helping us bring it out to you guys every Wednesday and Friday, 2 times a week. It is time consuming. There's a cost involved. There's time involved. So appreciate y'all coming on board. Definitely go check out Launchpreneur Academy because there's great resources. As we do the next couple episodes here, we've kind of joined up for a little campaign. We'll be talking more in depth with Launchpreneur Academy. Hopefully get Brian on the show one day, discuss his business and Launchpreneur Academy, what all he's doing, where it's going in the future, and everything like that. So just stay tuned for that. Big thanks to him for teaming up with us and helping you bring this quality content 2 times a week. So thanks for tuning in. Leave those ratings and reviews if you would. It really helps us social proof the podcast. We're definitely jumping up in them. If you leave them, we're going to continue to read them out on Friday's show. We don't do them every Friday, but once we get a few in and together, we can kind of batch them together and read them out on one Friday's episode. So we will probably actually be doing that this coming Friday. So if you want to leave some, we'll call them out and kind of talk to everybody and shout you out on the show and let everybody know how you left us those well-rated reviews and just kind of help us get to 100. Love to get to 100 here in the next 6 months. That would be huge for the podcast. Really, really big if we got to 100. If we got to 100 ratings and reviews. So thanks for tuning in. Again, as always, I'm terrible at any of these things, but just get fired up and I enjoy what I'm doing. So thanks for listening, and we hope to catch up with y'all here on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.